This is Brian Michael with another infographic instant. In this episode, we'll be looking at the extent to which borrowing from foreigners helps to make us richer. This is an important question, particularly for broker-dealers and international banks, because during the crisis, many people have argued that very wealthy individuals became wealthy simply by borrowing money that they could not repay. So we look at this with the data in order to find out whether across countries there's some truth to this accusation that the international financial markets are just a house of cards built on borrowing, and that borrowing can actually make people wealthier, particularly over the medium term. In this series, we've asked the question about how international banks can help target wealth and wealthy individuals. In previous episodes, we've looked at the role of equity and the extent to which the development of stock markets helps to make people wealthy, or at least whether there was a correlation between wealth and stock market development. And we found that yes, there was a correlation. In this episode, we'll be looking at the extent to which the growth of debt, and particularly the growth of borrowing from foreigners, correlates with the growth of wealth across countries. And what we see is that in general, when borrowing from foreigners increases, a growth of wealth decreases. And so what that means is that international borrowing may not necessarily make individuals and companies wealthier in a country, but can actually impoverish them in the longer run. Therefore, if we believe the regression that you're seeing in front of you, then international borrowing can reduce the growth rate of wealth if this correlation has some causal dimension to it. And what this means for broker-dealers and for wealth management firms in general is that offering international lending may not be the best solution for growing one's book of business, either by increasing the assets that clients have or by increasing the number of wealthy individuals. This has been Brian Michael with another infographic instant.